All right, Basement Tapes 122. Still getting my act together here, folks. I have to do a little copying and pasting. That is a Command C and a Command V if you're using a Macintosh computer. Trying to get my affairs in order. I don't do a lot of pre pro on these shows. All I do is line up some links and copy and paste them to a tri tabbed Firefox window. And then I hit the old enter full screen and bam. So I have my three tabs, obviously, my version of what I have in the episodes. Um, and then Beckett's OPG version, and then the TCDB version. So here we are, 1962 Topps football collection. I'm not quite sure what's going on here. I think I have 17 of these, but I could be wrong. Wrong, because if you look at this list, it says I have once and I have halves. So I'm not quite sure where I stand there. I'm going to take a note down here. I'm going to put 1962 Topps football, and I'll make sure I audit and see what I have there in my collection for sure. Because when you enter information in the Beckett OPG, it's kind of tricky sometimes. So perhaps I fooled myself, but I have between either 17 or 31 of these bad boys. So 1962 Topps football, great looking cards. The 1962 Topps football set contains 176 black bordered standard size cards. In designing the 1962 set, Topps chose a horizontally oriented card front for the first time since 1957. Two photos include a small action photo to the left that is joined by the player's name, team name, and position. An up close photo to the right covers a majority of the card. Black borders, which are prone to chipping, make it quite difficult to put together a set in top grades. The short printed SP cards are indicated in the checklist below. The shortage is probably attributed to the fact that the set size is not the standard 132 card single sheet size. Hence, all cards were not printed in equal amounts. Cards are again organized numerically in team order. The last card within each team grouping has a rookie prospect for that team. Many of the black and white inset photos on the card fronts, especially those of the rookie prospects, are not the player pictured and described on the card. The key rookie cards in this set are Ernie Davis, Mike Ditka, Roman Gabriel, Bill Kilmer, Norm Snead, and Fran Tarkenton. Okay, 176 cards, they say, altogether. 28.12 average value, $4,949 total value, $2,000 to $3,000 set for a 176 complete set of these cards. Top three. Anyway, before we get to that, or while we wait for the Beckett machine to fire up, black borders again, as they said. Interesting to see that for the first time, and rookie prospects also for football, which is interesting. Mike Ditka rookie card is a big banger here, followed by Jim Brown, followed by the Fran Tarkenton rookie card. There's a lot of big ones in here. Ernie Davis is in here, Meredith and Unitas and Bart Starr and Horning and all that stuff. So a lot of big cards in this set, kind of a historical set for football, historically significant set because of the players involved, the design of the cards, and all that fun stuff. TCDB says, again, 176 cards. Teams depicted are the Colts, the Bears, the Browns, the Dallas Cowboys, the Lions, the Packers, the Rams from Los Angeles, the Vikings, Giants, Eagles, Steelers, 49ers, Cardinals of St. Louis, and Washington Redskins. Hall of Famers abound, 38 of them. You got your Unitas, Lenny Moore, Joe Perry from Aerosmith, Ray Berry, Gino Marchetti, Ditka, Stan Jones, Doug Atkins, Bill George, Jimmy Brown, Lou Groza, Yale Larry, Karras, Joe Schmidt, Dick Lane, Bart Starr, Paul Horning, Jim Taylor, Jim Ringo, Forrest Gregg, Hank Jordan, Ollie Matson, Les Richter, Fran Tarkenton, Hugh McElhenney, Y.A. Tittle, Frank Gifford, Andy Robustelli, Sam Huff, Sonny Jurgensen, Tommy McDonald, Bobby Lane, John Henry Johnson, Ernie Stoffner, Sam Echeverry, Bob St. Clair, Leo Namalini, and Bobby Mitchell. Rookies, 47 of them. We're not going to talk about all of them, but of course, Ditka's in there, and that is a big one, along with Ernie Davis and other people, including Roman Gabriel and Tarkenton and such. Let's go to the comments section. It says inserts and related. Apparently, there's football bucks in 1962 that were inserted into these packs. I don't have any of those, I don't think, so we're not going to talk about them. Comments from Phil, 2020. He says, this set came out the year after I was born, so I didn't have much exposure to it when I was younger. Looking at it now, I like the double picture concept, although the action shots are average at best. Loaded with Hall of Famers. Of course, action cards and action photos, difficult to reproduce on cards back then, way back then, but football in particular, because the action was real action with lots of movement. So photographers had their challenges for sure. Packaging. Look at that beautiful Rams player with a single bar on the front of his helmet. 1962 Topps National Pro Football. Bubblegum, 5 cents. And the packs, of course, 5-cent packs, extra football bucks in every package. Topps National Pro Football. These are NFLers only, as we know, and AFL and CFL cards were distributed this year as well by other companies. Trivia attributed to this: the 1962 set contains 176 black bordered cards. Because the black borders did not wear well over time, finding cards in mint condition is difficult. Many of the in-action photographs on the front of the 1962 Topps football set were reused on the cover of the 1969 Topps football mini card album set. So thank you for that nugget, if it is true. Let's go to the gallery. Johnny Yu leads us off again with the Baltimore Colts. Wonderful color post photo and a wonderful black and white photo with the ball gingerly leaving the all-time great quarterback's right paw. Johnny Unitas, Baltimore Colts quarterback. There's all sorts of shenanigans on the back, biographical information, statistical information, cartoons, quizzes, all that fun stuff. Lenny Moore, Alex Hawkins. The cards are gorgeous. There is close-ups as well as posed shots on the practice field and such. Let's see if we can find one of these players to get to. Detroit's Yale Larry, looking ready for action there. Nice photos, crisp photos, as you say. I think the football sets did a pretty good job in the 60s. Let's see here. Art Hunter. Danny Villanueva is an LA Rams kicker. He's depicted kicking the ball in his action photo and holding the ball to the ground in his posed photo. He's card number 85. D. Villanueva, Los Angeles Rams kicker. It says in his box where his Topps 85 card number is written, it says National Pro. So he's a pro. Height 5'11", weight 200, age is 24. He went to New Mexico State. He was a third-year pro at that point. Danny was the Los Angeles Rams' top scorer last season, finishing 13th in the NFL. If I'm not mistaken, that's pretty low down on the list. Kicking record, extra points, 32, field goals attempted, 27, field goals made, 13, 71 total points in 1960, whatever year we're in. 1962 it is, right? Sorry about that. So 61, he had those stats. Let's see if we can learn more about it. It says, what was the longest field goal kicked in a playoff game? So there's a cartoon of the Earth with the football leaving the Earth's orbit into space. Sputnik is out there. Answer, 52 yards by Lou Groza in 1951. So, yeah, there are your football players. There are a lot of them in there, more than the 132 card set. Philadelphia Eagles, looking good. Lots of crew cuts, lots of drunk uncles. And again, let's read from the Philadelphia Eagles team card. There's a horizontal team card in there as well. With the retirement of Norm Van Brocklin, many skeptics predicted the downfall of the Eagles. The Philadelphia club was in the race the entire season, finishing only one game behind the Giants in the Eastern Conference. Who made the longest return run on a missed field goal? How apropos is that? And the answer is Jay Williams, Rams. C. Tessoff, Colts. I'm not sure what's going on there. So it was 95 yards, 59 yards, some kind of yards. I got to turn everything up there. 99 yards, I guess. I don't know what the hell's going on there. Anyway, we don't know who was kicking, who was running, and how far they actually ran it back. But apologies. This is not, these cards are not in order of finishing in the league. So apologies to everybody who I assumed had sucked. What's going on in Washington? Great little card. Norm Snead is posed in front of what looks like an insane asylum. And Probably that's where the Redskins practice, maybe. But Washington Redskins, of course, beginning with a W, are your last team depicted on this set. So, and hence the last card in 175 is a team photo of the Redskins. They look like they're at attention at boot camp, and then 176 would be the checklist, probably the second checklist in this set, depicting cards 90 through 176. All right, so that's your 1962 Topps football. Hopefully that was as incoherent as I imagined it in my head as we were going along. Basement Tapes 122.